Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on all 13 games in Fanatical's Exodus Bundle of January 2024, to help you in picking your 5 games. By using the link provided in the description below, not only will you gain access to this bundle, but you also have the opportunity to support this channel. Your support would mean the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Afterimage. A magical Metroidvania emerges as a strong title in its genre, offering a captivating 30-hour experience. As you guide Rennie, an amnesiac woman, and her floating companion Ifri through the lands of Engarden, the anime-inspired narrative begins modestly, but evolves into a compelling journey of self-discovery and environmental exploration. The game's hand-drawn anime-inspired art style brings Engarden to life, with vibrant colors portraying both thriving nature and desolation. The narrative delves into themes of selfish desires, faith, and breaking cycles of violence, providing a rich backdrop to the Metroidvania experience. The environmental storytelling adds depth to each area, enhancing the overall narrative. Afterimage's strength lies in its open-ended sections, requiring careful exploration to unveil the vast setting. Traversal upgrades, like double jumping and underwater navigation, feel satisfying and seamlessly integrate into Rennie's controls. While some platforming quirks exist, the game's precise controls and well-placed respawn points make challenges both enjoyable and manageable. Combat in Afterimage is equally satisfying, offering various weapon types with distinct advantages. The introduction of magic adds a ranged dimension, though its viability compared to weapons may vary. Boss fights are plentiful and challenging, with interesting patterns to memorize. However, the balance can be disrupted by the player's exploration choices, leading to encounters that feel either too easy or overly challenging. Despite some exploits and quirks, Afterimage remains a magical gem for Metroidvania enthusiasts, offering a core experience that engages with its rich world, satisfying combat, and exhilarating platforming. At number 2 we have Tin Hearts, an inventive and emotionally resonant narrative puzzler. Following the life of inventor Albert Butterworth in Victorian times, Tin Hearts weaves a poignant narrative enriched by a captivating music. The story, initially sweet and happy, takes a bittersweet turn, compelling you to reach for the tissues. A ton of creativity has been infused into its puzzles. Guiding toy soldiers through various stages, you encounter inventive challenges in your daughter's bedroom, the garden, or basement. The puzzles evolve organically, introducing new ideas and gadgets as you progress. The ability to manipulate toy soldiers, use cannons, pinwheels, and trains adds variety and complexity to the gameplay. While the finicky controls and occasional awkward camera angles pose minor challenges, they don't overshadow the game's charm. The puzzles remain challenging yet enjoyable, with the option to pause and plan ahead, mitigating potential frustration. Unlocking memories of Albert's story adds depth, creating a compelling incentive to explore and revisit levels. Tin Hearts strikes a balance between challenge and accessibility, allowing players to revel in the story without being hindered by puzzle difficulty. The superb soundtrack, vibrant visuals, and consistently inventive puzzles make Tin Hearts a delightful experience. You may shed a tear or two near the end of it, but you will be so enamored with the game that you will not want the journey to end. Tin Hearts showcases Rogue Sun's prowess in crafting inventive puzzles, complemented by a touching narrative, outstanding soundtrack, and charming visuals. Despite some control nuances, the game stands as a testament to Wired Productions' knack for delivering emotionally resonant and enjoyable gaming experiences. Tin Hearts is more than a puzzle game. It's a heartfelt tale of love and family that leaves a lasting impression. At number 3 we have Martha is Dead, a historical horror indie game that delves into disturbing themes such as child abuse, self-harm, torture, and Nazis. You assume the role of an Italian teenager, Giulia, navigating the death of her twin sister and the tensions of World War II. The game combines elements of interactive adventure and walking simulator genres, allowing you to explore Giulia's home, take photographs, and uncover the truth behind the events. However, the gameplay feels clunky and lacks polish, with slow-paced back-and-forth movement and menial tasks. The inclusion of a bicycle proves to be more frustrating than helpful. While the game presents intriguing horror concepts such as non-exploitative female body horror and creepy puppets, the gameplay restricts their impact. The telegraph system used to communicate with the resistance becomes tedious, and the use of a rotary phone could feel cumbersome. Despite these flaws, the photography mechanic stands out, offering an interesting way to discover stories and capture moments. Martha is Dead progressively becomes more gruesome and unsettling, with graphic violence and disturbing scenes. the game's content can be too intense for some audiences. Although it may appeal to horror enthusiasts who can tolerate the uneven gameplay, it is crucial to consider its explicit and distressing nature before playing the game. At number 4 we have The Last Oricru, a distinct Souls-like experience that intertwines solid combat with a profoundly branching narrative, adding a unique touch to a well-explored genre. In saying that, you do not have to be a Souls-like veteran to keep yourself engaged until completion. Combat, a hallmark of the Souls-like genre, thrives in The Last Oricru. While facing challenges, your progression in skills and equipment equips you with a versatile combat style, even if the occasional clunkiness interrupts the flow. Playing on dark difficulty offered a constant challenge, and a switch to story mode cleverly adjusted enemy speed, a thoughtful touch for those exploring the narrative without the intense combat focus. The Last Oricru features a genuinely impactful branching story. Every decision you make, no matter how seemingly small, ripples throughout the narrative, shaping the fate of the world. Exploration is rewarded, offering multiple paths, shortcuts, and unique armor sets that enhance your experience and provide strategic advantages. Despite its strengths, The Last Oricru encounters setbacks, primarily in overwhelming enemy situations and bosses that feel less challenging than standard foes. The final boss fight in particular introduces complexity that can feel overwhelming. The Last Oricru stands out in the Souls-like genre, offering a player-driven narrative and diverse gameplay. GoldenEye succeeded in crafting a unique experience that prompts reflection on every decision. While facing challenges, the game's depth ensures a satisfying journey that encourages your playability to explore different narrative paths. At number 5 we have Heaven Dust 2, a remarkable sequel that enhances nearly every aspect of the original game. The game's heavy inspiration from classic Resident Evil titles is immediately evident. The balance between combat and puzzles, often challenging in horror games, is well executed in Heaven Dust 2, delivering a satisfying survival horror experience. Playing as Steve, the spiky-haired protagonist, you navigate through another zombie-infested facility, expanding on the previous game's events. The controls have undergone a significant overhaul, offering a modernized movement system and improved inventory management. The gameplay maintains a delicate equilibrium between combat and puzzles, ensuring a rewarding and accessible experience for newcomers to the genre. Combat has seen notable improvements, allowing you to carry and upgrade multiple guns, each effective against specific enemies. The addition of aiming and shooting enhances the engagement, making encounters more varied and challenging, especially with mutated and boss enemies. Exploration and puzzle solving play a vital role, encouraging thorough exploration and observation of the environment. The game's graphics are upgraded, featuring a dark and atmospheric setting with refined yet cute character designs. The chibi Funko style contributes to the game's unique charm, softening the horror elements. The audio elements, including footsteps, reload sounds, and distant growls, effectively build a sinister atmosphere. Despite the overall excellence, there are minor issues like the small health indicator and occasional visibility challenges due to the isometric viewpoint. Heaven Dust 2 offers a campaign lasting 8 to 10 hours, with autosaves and multiple difficulty settings. With 2 endings and unlockable extras, the game provides a compelling and replayable experience. Heaven Dust 2 stands as a superb sequel, fusing old-school survivor horror vibes with modernized controls and gameplay, solidifying its identity in the genre. At number 6 we have Gungrave G.O.R.E, a stylish and messy action game that delivers a fun experience reminiscent of old-school action games. The game takes place after the events of the previous games in the Gungrave franchise, if you've been following it. The game follows the stoic protagonist, Graves, as he kicks ass in various arcadey levels, ranging from bunkers to city streets. The gameplay revolves around controlling Graves and engaging in constant combat. You can use Graves' dual pistols and his coffin, which serves as both a melee weapon and a source of powerful super abilities. The game features an automatic aim system that locks onto nearby enemies, and you can perform diving and dodging maneuvers while shooting, adding to the engaging gameplay. Gungrave G.O.R.E maintains a constant tension throughout, keeping you engaged with fast-paced action. The levels are straightforward, typically lasting around 10 minutes, and the game features markers to guide you. While more variety in enemy types and models would have been appreciated, the boss battles provide exciting challenges. However, some stages might feel forgettable, and there are occasional technical issues, such as checkpoint glitches. Visually, Gungrave G.O.R.E has detailed character models, but there are instances where elements may feel cheap. The game carries a 2002 mentality, which can be seen as both a positive and a negative, depending on your preferences. Approach Gungrave G.O.R.E with an open mind, and the expectation of enjoying an old-school action game. While it may have some technical concerns and mixed reactions, Once you get into the flow of the gameplay and don't think too much about it, it offers a lot of fun. At number 7 we have Tales of Iron, a 2D side-scrolling action RPG set in a feudal rat kingdom. You play as Prince Reggie, who becomes the king after his father's murder by frogs. The game's combat is challenging but manageable, with a variety of weapons and armor to craft and use. However, some boss fights can be frustrating due to the small arenas and imprecise hitboxes. The game also features exploration and platforming elements, with hidden areas to discover and secrets to uncover. The map system is also well designed, with a small image of each room on the castle's map, adding a nice touch to the overall design. However, the game's progression system can feel tedious at times, as you need to take on repetitive jobs to earn money to complete repairs on the castle. The platforming sections can also be tricky, as the jump mechanic is not as responsive as it could be. Despite these issues, Tales of Iron offers a fun and engaging experience, with charming characters and a well-crafted world. The game's art style is delightful, and the attention to detail in the environments and character designs is impressive. The game's combat and exploration elements are satisfying, and the variety of builds encourages experimentation. While the game has its flaws, it is still a solid choice for fans of action RPGs and platformers. At number 8 we have Metro Exodus Gold Edition, a gripping post-apocalyptic first-person shooter combining thrills with a compelling narrative. The third installment in the series takes you beyond Moscow's nuclear fallout zone as Artyom. Initially resembling its predecessors, the game transforms after a linear prologue into an expansive open-world area. Safe houses offer vital respites, allowing gear replenishment and crafting. The day-night cycle and varied transportation methods add strategic depth, breaking away from the series' previous linearity. Metro Exodus introduces a Fallout meets The Last of Us vibe, framing the main campaign as an epic road trip facilitated by a customizable train hub. The arsenal features a modest variety of weapons, enriched by customizable components and a realistic emphasis on gun maintenance. The game immerses you in an analog and manual world, from looting to crafting and old-style radios. Enemy encounters, ranging from mutants to human foes, present moral choices affecting gameplay dynamics. Your decisions significantly impact the narrative, providing a weighty consequence to every choice made. While the story is commendable, the writing and narrative fall slightly short of the series' high standards. In saying that, it is still really good. The Gold Edition includes DLCs like Sam's Story and the Two Colonels, expanding the narrative and providing additional value. The graphics are still commendable even to this day, but occasional camera quirks may distract. The soundtrack and voice acting complement the overall experience. Metro Exodus Gold Edition offers a captivating adventure within a believable post-apocalyptic world, and exploring this open world, uncovering details in every nook and cranny, is truly satisfying. Striking a balance between open world and linear gameplay, it delivers a varied and immensely playable experience with a grounded atmosphere, customizable guns, and a compelling moral choice system. At number 9 we have Iron Harvest Deluxe Edition, a spectacular real-time strategy game set in an alternate 1920s world inspired by World War I. The game offers an exciting and dramatic gameplay experience. The game's main attraction is the array of awe-inspiring mechs that you can command, ranging from a crack sniper lady with a pet bear, to walking oil drums armed with heavy machine guns, and even a quadrupedal personnel carrier that fires mortars from its roof. The attention to detail in the designs and animations of these war machines is delightful. The gameplay revolves around battling over resource-generating control points on the map, and destroying the enemy headquarters. The base building and maintenance aspects are streamlined, allowing the game to focus on combat and conquest. Matches start small, with infantry squads engaging in potshots, and gradually escalate to include more advanced types of infantry and powerful mechs. The spectacle of combat is phenomenal, with mechs trading massive cannon shots that leave sectors scarred and buildings reduced to rubble. The sound design creates a cacophonous hellscape that adds to the immersive experience. Iron Harvest features 3 campaigns, each focusing on a different faction and seamlessly combining into one story. The campaigns offer a mix of RTS skirmishes and character-focused missions, showcasing the variety of gameplay scenarios. However, there are some weaknesses, such as spotty cover mechanics and AI infantry running directly into the line of fire. The large, slow-moving mechs can make matches drag on excessively, but overall, Iron Harvest is a solid and spectacular RTS game, standing as a worthy successor to the best games in the genre. The Deluxe Edition of Iron Harvest includes the Rusviet Revolution and Operation Eagle add-on, offering new adventures in the 1920 alternate reality. The Rusviet Revolution presents an alternate Russian Revolution storyline with 4 single-player maps unraveling the mystery of Rasputin. Operation Eagle set in the post-Great War chaos, introduces a new campaign with 7 challenging missions, 25 minutes of cinematics, and numerous allies and enemies. Players navigate geopolitical shifts as Usonia aims for 20th century dominance while facing an old enemy seeking power in the shadows. And number 10 we have Crossfire Legion, a visually striking real-time strategy game reminiscent of classics like Command & Conquer. The campaign unfolds a generic yet solid narrative, pitting the domineering global reach against the rebel forces Blacklist. However, the abrupt transition from a story-driven mode to a full-fledged base-building skirmish feels disjointed. The game lacks essential RTS features, with limited unit control, hindering formations, awkward pathing, and targeting. While the deck-building system adds strategic depth, the learning curve is steep, particularly for newcomers. The asymmetrical factions, Global Reach, Blacklist, and New Horizon offer diverse playstyles, but may lead to frustration due to varying units. Despite gameplay shortcomings, Crossfire Legion excels in aesthetics. Visually stunning with faction-specific aesthetics, cutscenes, and explosive sound effects, it captures attention. However, replayability is subjective. Classic RTS enthusiasts may delve deeper into online skirmishes and deck building. That is if you can find people to play with, but others might find limited appeal. The lack of varied game modes and campaigns hampers longevity. However, although potential improvements include diversified game modes, additional campaigns, and factions, Crossfire Legion sits in the middle ground, like what they say in the Chernobyl TV show. Not good, not terrible. It's an experience you might enjoy for a while, but it may not leave a lasting impression, falling into the category of games that are just okay. Consider exploring gameplay footage before deciding, as individual preferences will heavily influence whether it finds a place in your gaming library. At number 11 we have Pathfinder, Kingmaker, Imperial Edition, an isometric RPG. It was originally released in 2018, but was later updated and re-released as the Enhanced Plus Edition in 2020. The game's story follows the player character, a noble adventurer who has been tasked with exploring and conquering the stolen lands in the name of the ruling king. Along the way, you'll need to recruit a party of loyal companions, build and manage a kingdom, and uncover the secrets of the stolen land. One of the standout features of Pathfinder Kingmaker is its deep and complex character customization system. You can choose from a wide range of races and classes, each with their own unique abilities and skills. The game also features a deep leveling system that allows you to customize your characters in a variety of ways, including selecting feats, spells, and abilities. In addition to its character customization system, Pathfinder Kingmaker also features a robust kingdom management system. You'll need to build and manage a kingdom, recruit advisors, and make decisions that will shape the fate of your realm. This adds an extra layer of depth to the game, and players who enjoy strategy and management games will find a lot to like here. The game's combat system is also noteworthy, featuring a real-time with pause system that allows you to strategically plan your actions in the midst of a battle. The game's combat encounters are challenging and varied, and you'll need to carefully manage your party's resources and abilities to emerge victorious. Another standout feature of Pathfinder Kingmaker is its world building. The game's world is rich and detailed, with a wide range of locations to explore, NPCs to interact with, and secrets to uncover. The game also features a robust dialogue system that allows you to choose your own path and shape the outcome of the story. The Enhanced Plus edition of the game includes a number of updates and improvements over the original release. These include new story content, additional character customization options, improved graphics and performance, and a range of bug fixes and quality of life improvements. Overall, Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Plus Edition is an excellent isometric RPG that offers a deep and engaging experience for fans of the genre. With its deep character customization system, robust kingdom management mechanics, challenging combat encounters, and rich world building, there's a lot to like here. The game's updates and improvements in Enhanced Plus Edition only make an already great game even better. If you're a fan of RPGs, or if you're looking for a deep and rewarding gaming experience, Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Plus Edition is definitely worth checking out. The Imperial Edition offers 2 in-game items, all DLCs including the Wild Cards, Varnhold's Lot, Beneath the Stolen Lands, and Royal Ascension. This edition also includes 2 extra portraits, a 176-page digital art book, official soundtrack, a digital module for board game adventures, a high-res map of the Stolen Lands, and a Red Panda in-game pet, providing an extensive and enriching gaming experience. Also, who doesn't like a Red Panda for a pet? At number 12 we have Kraken Academy, a debut game by Happy Broccoli Games published by fellow Traveller Studios. It presents a peculiar premise where a gigantic magical kraken bestows an amulet upon the protagonist, entrusting them with the task of reliving the same 3-day time loop to save the world. The plot revolves around a Groundhog Day time loop that traps the self-named protagonist. Your objective is to free the 4 guardian spirits of the school, uncover the traitor plotting to burn the school down, and befriend various eccentric characters along the way. The constant chaos of the school, with its crumbling infrastructure and bizarre classmates, adds to the game's whimsical atmosphere. Despite the silliness, Kraken Academy manages to deliver a satisfying conclusion after approximately 6 hours of gameplay. While the characters are generally one-dimensional, they contribute to the game's overall entertainment value. From an over-the-top conspiracy theorist to a self-obsessed boy with a fan club, and even a sentient piece of broccoli, their idiosyncrasies make for amusing interactions. The quests and puzzles you encounter at Kraken Academy provides a decent challenge, with each club having its own guardian spirit to free. The game strikes a balance between engaging gameplay and embracing its inherent weirdness, ensuring an enjoyable experience. The art style of Kraken Academy is a standout feature, utilizing semi-detailed pixel graphics that complement the dilapidated campus setting. The anime character portraits capture the colorful and exaggerated designs of the characters, enhancing the game's visual appeal. While the game's humor, rooted in being absurd, may not resonate with everyone, Kraken Academy still manages to provide an entertaining experience. The light, easy puzzles and offbeat characters offer a fun diversion, making it a suitable choice for those seeking a relaxing gaming experience. If you don't mind being the puppet of a giant sea monster residing in a lake behind a boarding school, Kraken Academy is worth exploring for its unique and enjoyable journey into the unknown. At number 13 we have Call of the Sea, a first-person puzzle adventure game. The game is set on a mysterious island in the 1930s and follows the story of a woman named Nora as she searches for her missing husband. The game's art style is beautiful with vibrant colors and detailed environments that create a sense of wonder and intrigue. You play as Nora, exploring the island and solving puzzles to uncover the secrets of the island and the disappearance of your husband. The puzzles range from simple logic puzzles to more complex challenges that require players to pay close attention to their surroundings and make use of Nora's abilities. One of the game's strengths is its narrative, which is woven into the gameplay and puzzles. As players progress through the island and solve puzzles, they uncover more about Nora's backstory and the mysterious history of the island itself. The game's pacing is excellent, with each new puzzle or discovery adding to the overall sense of mystery and intrigue. Call of the Sea also features a diverse cast of characters, with Nora being a well-developed and likable protagonist. The voice acting is top-notch, with each character's performance adding depth and nuance to their respective roles. The game's main drawback is its relatively short length. With only 6 to 8 hours of gameplay, some players may find that the game's puzzles are not challenging enough, or the narrative ends too abruptly. However, the game's pacing and story makes up for its brevity, creating a memorable and engaging experience. The game's puzzles are well designed, and the narrative is captivating, making it a game that is easy to recommend to fans of puzzle adventure games. In conclusion, Call of the Sea is a beautifully crafted puzzle adventure game with a compelling narrative and engaging gameplay. If you're a fan of puzzle adventure games or simply looking for an immersive and well-crafted narrative experience, Call of the Sea is definitely worth checking out. And that's all for this bundle. This is quite an interesting bundle, as most of them were previously available in older bundles. However, some of them are enhanced with DLCs like Iron Harvest Deluxe, Pathfinder Kingmaker Imperial Edition, and BYO Exodus Gold Edition, while others are not. In saying that, Heaven Dust 2, The Last Oricru, Tin Hearts, and Crossfire Legion are new to the bundle scene. My pick would have been Afterimage, BYO Exodus, Heaven Dust 2, Tin Hearts, and then there is a toss between Iron Harvest or Pathfinder. In any case, kindly show your support by liking and subscribing to the channel. I look forward to connecting with you in the upcoming video.